Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya for seekers of God. Spiritual Talks of Mahapurush Swami Shivananda. Continuation of Chapter 62, Episode 122, page number 146. Mahapurush Maharaji says, one should not brag about one's spiritual practice and realization. He also speaks about thought reading and meditation of a veteran. Varanasi is the body of Shiva, and Mahapurushji's experience in Varanasi and its after effect. Once in Varanasi, in the course of a conversation, Mahapurushji said to the sadhus of the monastery there, one should not brag about one's spiritual practices. Even if you have attained Nirvikalpa Samadhi, what of that? You would simply have become what you already are. There is nothing to brag of in that. What wonderful spiritual power and absence of ego are contained in those simple words. Once at the Belur Mutt, Mahapurush Maharaj said, in those days we were living at Almora with Swamiji. When a devotee asked us if we could do thought reading, Swamiji called me to one side and taught me how to do it. Swamiji said, if you want to read someone's thought, first make your mind a blank, and then whatever thought arises in your mind, know to be the thought of your inquirer. Upon hearing Swamiji's explanation, I said to the devotee, well, shall I tell you what you have in your mind? Saying this, I made my mind a blank by meditation, and then I became aware of a particular thought arising in it. I said to the devotee, was this your thought? He admitted that it was. Once Mahapurushji, accompanied by many sadhus, brahmacharis and devotees, went to Devghar to dedicate the Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapit school, and he stayed there about a month. During that time, the sadhus and brahmacharis of the Vidyapit had the benefit of his holy association and instruction. Those days passed very happily. One day, all of a sudden, Mahapurush Maharaj had a chill which developed into a very bad cold and an attack of bronchial asthma. One morning, a monk, while paying his respects to Mahapurush Maharaj, found that he was having difficulty in speaking because of the aggravation of his ailment. And yet, smilingly, Mahapurush Maharaj inquired, how are you? Monk, I am of course well, Maharaj. How did you feel last night? Mahapurushji, I suffered a great deal last night. I felt almost suffocated. The passages of my nose became stopped up because of my cold, and the asthma was very much aggravated. I didn't feel at ease either sitting, reclining or lying down. I surrounded myself with pillows as you find me now, and leaned my head against them. Even that did not relieve my suffering. Gradually I felt as if all my senses would stop and my life would leave the body. Being at a loss what to do, I started meditating, it being the meditation of an old man, that is to say, one with many years of experience in meditation. My mind soon became absorbed within. I noticed then that there was no pain or suffering, and the mind became quiet and placid. The storm and stress of the outer world could not penetrate there. After remaining in that state a while, my mind came down to the external world, and I noticed that the pain had become very much less. Monk, what is this state, Maharaj? Mahapurushji, that is the self, Atman. When Mahapurushji went to Varanasi for the last time, once in the course of conversation he remarked, the entire city of Varanasi is the body of Shiva. We are living in Shiva. On another occasion he said, Varanasi is the great cremation ground. It is not proper for householders to live a worldly life here. Only those who call upon the Lord and take His name should live here. On returning from Varanasi, Mahapurush Maharaj suffered from an ailment which seemed to have affected his nervous system. Noticing that the medicine was doing no good, one day the monk to whom he had spoken the above words asked Mahapurushji privately, Maharaj, the doctors have diagnosed your case as a nervous disease, but I feel this is a symptom of a yogic state because you had this ailment immediately after your return from Varanasi. Did you have any spiritual experience in Varanasi? Mahapurush Maharaj, yes, in Varanasi I had a vision of a white complexioned figure, and since then I have had this ailment. That is the end of chapter 62. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.